Good morning. Chillie with Chillie Cruises here on Travel and Cruise Industry News for Saturday, the 23rd day of November, 2019. Welcome to all of you guys out there. A couple little quick business items to clear up before we get to our stories for the morning. One, I'm on the old computer still and on the old platform. I didn't want to download the new platform to the old computer, knowing full well that I'm going to have the new computer. But then the reason I didn't get the new computer on Thursday, as I said I was going to, I ended up with an emergency visit to the dentist for about 2.5 hours. And after that was over with, I didn't want to go anywhere. So I'm going to pick up the computer at 10 o'clock this morning. And we'll have the new format will be downloaded, and we'll use it on Tuesday, if not before then. So the new format, and it's not going to be complete yet because there's a lot of working parts on this, doing intros and outros and all kinds of things like that to make it more professional presentation to you folks. So that's going to happen as we move ahead. So we'll be on the new platform on Tuesday, I promise. The other thing, yesterday, a number of you guys watched my new video that was posted on the Carnival cruise ship, the Carnival Imagination. My mind went blank in the middle of that sentence. The Carnival Imagination, and a review, a kind of pre-cruise review of the Carnival Imagination, which is not a new ship, but it is new to, my website. So I did a video and got it posted yesterday, as I normally do on videos of the cruise ships. And one of my loyal viewers informed me is shortly after it was posted that I had made a mistake and that they just added bonsai sushi on the Carnival Imagination, and I did not have that on the new video. So I checked, and that they were correct, and I had made a mistake in my research for it. And there was no way that I could just, the way my copy was written for the video, there was no way I could just edit it out and edit in bonsai sushi. So the video that was posted yesterday, I had to pull down and delete and load the new video, which is actually an updated version of yesterday's video with the correct information concerning the fact that it was in fact refurbished in 2019 rather than 2016, as I had said, and that bonsai sushi has been added, although I still don't consider that a specialty restaurant per se, which the Imagination has none. So cleaning up those things. So if you see my promotion of the video that you thought you looked at yesterday, it's a couple slight changes in the one that's circulating around now and will be stayed up now permanently. Okay, that gets us to today's top story, which I just lost on my tablet. Royal Caribbean announced its plans for ships in 2021, which I think is pretty cool. Of course, one of the things that we've been interested in is what they're going to do with Baltimore, with Grandeur of the Sea going down. The newly amplified Oasis of the Seas will return to the Big Apple for Bayonne after spending the summer in Southampton in 2021. Anthem of the Seas will make her way back to Cape Liberty. And Freedom of the Seas will home port in Cape Liberty for the first time in the summer of 2021 following its refurbishment. For the second consecutive summer, Empress of the Seas will offer the 7-night Bayonne to Bermuda sailings and also some Canadian sailings, but that has some really neat Bermuda sailings because it goes to St. George's and a couple ports other than King's Wharf. So the Empress of the Seas is going to go back in 2021 for its second season. The Enchantment of the Seas is going to replace Grandeur of the Seas in Baltimore starting next year. The Brilliance of the Seas will spend the fall of 2021 offering Canadian sailings from Boston. And Mariner of the Seas will be in Port Canaveral year-round for starting in 2020 or 2021. Navigator of the Seas will be in Fort Lauderdale. So the East Coast is going to be heavily fortified with Royal Caribbean ships. Some of them we knew, some of them we guessed, and some of them we didn't know. Anyway, so you'll be hearing a lot more about Royal Caribbean on the East Coast of the United States in 2021. As those of you that know the way cruise lines start advertising cruises and when stuff is available, it's generally when they do a year worth of schedule for a cruise ship, it generally ends in April. So they run it April to April normally. So now Royal Caribbean is trying to get an early lead, although some of the Carnival ships already have their 2021 schedules up, some don't. But Royal Caribbean is, right in there with getting 2021 rolling. The other story this morning that I found interesting that came out last night, Vanna White, the lady that turns the letters on, it's not Jeopardy, but Wheel of Fortune. She's been on there for 147 years or something. I mean, she's been turning letters forever. One of the most recognizable names and faces of our time has been named godmother of the Carnival Panorama. Now, I'm not sure what that means really, to be the godmother of a ship, but the Wheel of Fortune hostess has been lucky enough to have opportunities come her way. She admits this one was humbling. I was honored, she said, in an interview with Cruise Radio last night during a chat, and added that one of the reasons that this was such a thrill is she's just a big-time cruiser. She loves to cruise. So Vanna White's going to be the godmother of a ship. Do you have to give a present, Christmas presents to your godchildren? Does she have to give the ship a present? I don't know. But anyway, the other thing that she likes about it is she is very much involved with St. Jude Children's Hospital in Memphis that Danny Thomas created all those many years ago. And Carnival does a lot to support them as well. So it's a nice marriage between Vanna White and the Carnival Panorama. Of course, Carnival Panorama is a new ship coming out from Carnival. It's going to be based in Los Angeles, the first new ship in Los Angeles or on the West Coast in 21 years or something like that. So Vanna White is going to be the godmother of the ship. The Port of Tampa, for the second year in a row, has welcomed over 1 million cruise passengers. 5 of cruise ships from Carnival, Royal Caribbean, and Norwegian sailed cruises from to the Caribbean from Tampa during the year. It hit a milestone and surpassed last year's mark of 1.043 million passengers to 1.149 million passengers in 2019. That's about a 10% increase. Not bad. Port of Tampa says that they hope to have continued growth in 2020 because they're adding 2 more cruise lines. Earlier this year, Celebrity and Holland America announced that they would be returning to home base from Tampa for the 2020-21 season, and MSC announced they will begin sailing year-round in the fall of 2020. So Tampa is definitely on its way up. Of course, Miami and Fort Lauderdale and Port Canaveral are all 3 extraordinarily busy ports. But I wouldn't be surprised with the additions to Tampa this year. They're going to get up to 1.5 million or something like that very quickly. The last story this morning, folks, which I don't mean to hurt anybody's feelings or make fun of something that's serious to them. However, folks, we missed the biggie this week. It was over a year in the making, but the latest bare necessities Big Nude Cruise sailed this week on board the Carnival Sunshine from Port Canaveral. So there's a bunch of naked people running around on the Carnival Sunshine with their annual Big Nude Cruise. I'm not saying that I would ever want to do that. However, I would never want to do that myself. They've chartered a number of ships over the years. This is not the first time they've done this. It's done every year. They're already planning one for next year. And quite frankly, folks, I'm like, a lot of us might make fun of this, but folks that are traditional nudists, I mean, that's their thing. And it's almost like a religion. So they have their rules and their regulations. Why you think running around naked would be a lot of sex and all, it's not. I mean, they have very strict rules and regulations about that, and especially on the cruises. When they're in port, of course, they have to be clothed. I think they have to be clothed at dinner, so they don't go to the dining room naked. But when they're lounging around the pool or in a hot tub, they're in the buff. They're getting all over tan, I suppose. Again, it's not my thinking. Who would want to see a big fat guy like me naked? And to start with, I mean, hell, I don't even want to see myself naked. But that's neither here nor there. And they already started, of course, working on the next big naked cruise next year. So, and I think it's going from Tampa, as a matter of fact, my previous story. But anyway, that's going on right now. So if you're on the Carnival Sunshine, Carnival Sunshine, yeah, the Sunshine. If you're out there naked this morning and happen to be listening to this broadcast, have a great day, and use lots of sunscreen and stuff. You can get parts of your body burned, out there, and Caribbean sun. Lots of sunscreen on your nakedness. This anyway. Okay, that's it for a little foolishness this morning. Glad you stopped by. That wraps it up for the morning. I'll let you know if anything major happens during. Oh, there is one other thing I wanted to mention before I leave this morning, because we're coming up to Thanksgiving week next week. By the way, I'm probably going to keep my schedule pretty much as is, although Thursday, the holiday itself, I probably won't broadcast, not because of it being a holiday, but because I have a nut crazy schedule working for my niece on Thursday with the pet sitting. But with the holiday week coming up, according to AAA, 55 million of you folks are expected to take to the roads, rails, and skies next week. But there's 3 big storms in the offing that could definitely cause some problems on you getting to grandma's house. Keep that in mind in your travel plans. Check on the storms because you might want to watch out for it. It looks like everybody's gonna have some really crappy weather, especially those of us in the east. I have a ball game to do on Saturday, and it's looking really bad for Saturday. So just check it out and be safe in your traveling next week, because there could be problems literally all over the country for next week at one point in time or another. So watch your weather, folks, before you travel. So that wraps it up for this morning. I'll go live or post a video if anything major happens between now and our next Travel and Cruise Industry News show, which will be on Tuesday morning at 6 a.m. I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. If you'd like to keep up with those, my new Chillie chats, which will be starting real soon, and our travel and cruise industry news at Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just hit the little subscribe button down there in the lower right-hand corner and hit the bell notification. You'll be notified when something is live or when I post a new video. And by the way, there's a description down there someplace in all that writing about the description of the video. We'll also have the link to the new video for Carnival Imagination, the updated one with the bonsai sushi included. So if you want to check that out, that link's down there in the description too. So that's it for this morning, guys. Thanks for being with me. You guys have a wonderful weekend. Again, watch that weather for your traveling plans next week. And I'll see you on Tuesday. This is the Fat Travel Guy, Chillie's Cruises. Later, y'all.